Slow quality evaluation for identical objects, x equals x. Is there any reason x equals x is not evaluated quickly? I was hoping _eq_ would check if its two arguments are identical, and if so return true instantly. But it doesn't do it. For built-ins, x equals x always returns true, I think? For user-defined classes, I guess someone could define _eq_ that doesn't satisfy this property, but is there any reasonable use case for that? The reason I want x equals x to be evaluated quickly is because it's a huge performance hit when memoizing functions with very large arguments. Note that the reason @row_cache is repeatedly slow for large objects is not because it needs to calculate _hash_. This is only done once and is then hard cached as pointed out by @Jace Bueno, but because the dictionary's hash table needs to execute _eq_ every time to make sure it found the right object in the bucket, the quality of hashes is obviously insufficient. Update. It seems it's worth considering this question separately for 3 situations. One, user-defined types, i.e., not built-in, standard library. As Donkopotamus pointed out, there are cases where x equals x should not evaluate to true. For example, for numpy.array and pandas.series types, the result is intentionally not convertible to Boolean because it's unclear what the natural semantics should be. Does false mean the container is empty, or does it mean all items in it are false? But here, there's no need for Python to do anything, since the users can always short-circuit x equals x comparison themselves if it's appropriate. 2. Python built-in, standard library types. A. Non-containers. For all I know, the short circuit may already be implemented for this case. I can't tell since either way it's super fast. B. Containers, including str. As Carl Nechtel commented, adding short circuit may hurt total performance if the savings from short circuit are outweighed by the extra overhead in cases where self is not other. While theoretically possible, even in that case the overhead is small in relative terms, container comparison is never super fast. And of course, in cases where short circuit helps, the savings can be dramatic. BTW, it turns out that str to short circuit, comparing huge identical strings is instant.
As you say, someone could quite easily define an _eq_ that you personally don't happen to approve of. For example, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers might be so foolish as to do that. Another unreasonable use case. Or even which has the audacity to not even be convertible to bool. So there is certainly practical scope for x equals x to not automagically be short-circuited to be true. Going off course. However, the following is perhaps a good question. Why doesn't set._eq_ check for instance identity? Well, one might think, because a set S might contain not a number, and since not a number cannot equal itself, then surely such a set S cannot equal itself. Investigating. That's interesting, especially since this behavior is due to Python's desire for sequences to be reflexive.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.